Hey, what's up you guys, Rally G Books here and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, it's going to be the mid-year freakout tag. So it's pretty much going to be 15 questions, bookish questions, and I'm just going to be answering it to them. So here we go. So I wrote down my list right here, as you can see. So if you guys see me reading off from the distance or whatever, that's because I'm reading off of this. So yeah. So the first question is the best book that I've read this year, and it's obviously got to be Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. That book is so good. The second question, the best sequel I've ever read, shockingly, Golden Sun. Honestly, it's like so much better than Red Rising. Like Red Rising, usually, like of the three, Red Rising, Golden Sun, and Morningstar, the first trilogy, usually it's like Golden Sun, and then depending on your taste, either Red Rising or Morningstar. So definitely Golden Sun right here for this question. Question number 3, the new release I haven't read yet, and it's actually a couple arcs that I've gotten. They've just been released like within the past couple months, and I was able to get them pre-released, but I just haven't been. I was in a slump, so I couldn't pretty much read them. But I've been reading them slowly, getting back into it. Those books are All Them Dogs, Platform Decay, The Sun King's Dawn, Operation Bounce House. And yeah, those are the at least 4 arcs that I'm reading right now. Question number 4, the most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and it's got to be Thrashing Day by Rebecca Yarros. She just announced it, I think yesterday or the day before, and honestly, I'm so excited for it. I'm right in the middle of Iron Flame, so I have to finish Iron Flame and Onyx Storm by the end of September at least, or the beginning of September, so I can be ready for Thrashing Day. So I got that challenge going out for me. Let's see, the biggest disappointment, question number 5, actually none. The lowest rating that I've actually given a book is actually 3.5, and that was the version of the Odyssey, which the movie just came out. Like, the story itself is really good. It's just I didn't get a translated version other than it's just from Greek to English. So it was a little bit harder to read. It's one of my first books reading back into reading, and it was a little bit challenging reading it that way in that prose. So I gave it 3.5 just for that. But the story itself is really good. I really enjoyed it. But yeah. Question number 6, my biggest surprise is actually a manga called Sun Spacewalking with You. I forgot the author's name, I didn't write it down, but it's basically about an autistic person, going through, I think high school with a friend, or I think it's a friend is the main character, and he he joins up with this kid that seems like autistic. I don't think they diagnose him or say anything, and they just say he's a little special. So it's sort of like how he reacts to everything going on, and how his perception of life is going. It's really interesting. I definitely recommend you guys go look it up. Question number 7, my favorite new author is actually Ali Hazelwood. I was introduced to her last year, towards the end of last year, and I haven't read anything of her this year's, just because I was in a reading slump for a good while. So, but Ali Hazelwood, I was introduced to her last year, and I thought she was really awesome. I've read Love Hypothesis in like 4 days, and then I read Bride, and I have Mate back here that I haven't even started yet. Love Theoretically, so I've read like a couple of her books. I want to read more of her books from what I've seen. So Ali Hazelwood, definitely. Question number 8, newest fictional crush is actually Zayden Ryerson. I didn't have a crush on him in Fourth Wing. I forgot who I had a crush on. I don't think I had anybody, but definitely reading Iron Flame, it's definitely Zayden. Question number 9, my newest favorite character is Severo Barca. I think it's hard to pronounce it, but Severo from Golden Sun from Red Rising trilogy. He's such an awesome character. I love him as a best friend. He's awesome for me. Question number 10, the book that made me cry, Golden Sun. There were a few twists in there, but there was one in particular that made me cry, like while I was at work. Like I had to stop working for a little bit because I just could not stop crying. So Golden Sun. Question 11, book that made me happy is actually the DC Book of Pride, because reading it, I didn't know that there were so many queer characters. I've only seen, like, obviously there were a couple in there that I already knew, like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and I think there were like maybe 1 or 2 others in there. But other than that, I didn't know there were so many queer characters that are just like out and about, and they're like open, I guess. At least from what I can tell, they're openly queer. And just having that many characters in the storyline, this is all DC, so there's not even Marvel. There's obviously other queer stories and stuff like that, but seeing all those queer characters just made me so happy. So the DC Book of Pride. Question number 12, favorite book to screen adaptation. So I haven't seen any of these movie book to screen adaptations yet. The last movie I saw was actually the newest Jurassic World movie, which I thought was really good. It was just more of a recreation of Jurassic Park, like the original, but that's neither here nor there. But the ones that I am excited for, The Odyssey just came out, so I just haven't had a chance to see it. Like I said, it literally just came out. I don't have time to really see it. Hopefully I can see it soon. But another movie or TV series, I forgot which one of the two they are, that I'm really happy to see is Love Hypothesis. I love the book. I read it, like I said, I read it in 4 days. So I'm really happy to see it on the screen, and I'm definitely excited to see it. Question 13, my favorite review that I've written is actually the one that I wrote for Legendborn, that also on Goodreads. So if you guys want to follow my Goodreads or anything like that, the link will be down in the description, and you guys can check out my review for Legendborn, which I think was one of the first reviews I actually did. Actually, I think that was the Odyssey, but the Legendborn one was actually one that I wrote a little bit more of, which is why I really like it. So yeah. Question 14, the most beautiful book that I've read or bought, and this is actually Legendborn. Look at this. This is Legendborn. Look at the sprayed edges too. I got this when I was at the LA Times Festival of Books at USC. I saw this and I immediately had to get it. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. It was the first book that I actually bought there, and one of the only books other than the Kennedy Ryan book. But yeah, Legendborn. Look at this. It's so pretty. I knew I had to get it. So. And question number 15, books that I want to read before the end of the year. It's actually Onyx Storm, obviously, because I'm reading Iron Flame and I have to finish that, and then Threshing Day, obviously, and then Morning Star. I'm on chapter like 3 or 4. I think I'm really early on. I stopped because I got into the reading slump, but I definitely want to keep continuing with the series because it's really good. And then Game of Thrones, which I'm currently reading. I'm on one of the chapters where Bran, like a little bit later on. I think I'm about halfway, like 200 pages in. And then one book that I actually DNF'd that I want to get back to is Alchemized by Sen Yin Lu, I think, or Sen Yin Lu. I always get the two confused, like whichever way, but Alchemized. I want to get back into reading that because I thought it was really interesting, and apparently it's really good. It's just a pretty thick book. So, but I got that, and then I got into the reading slump again, and it's just a whole different story. So, but yeah, that was my mid-year freakout tag questions. So if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you have any more questions or you guys have any comments, let them down, put them down in the comment down section below. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.